Meditation for beginners. I have one tip that will solve your beginning hurdles, okay? So you have to understand that getting into highly deep meditative states, it's going to take some time of you using a permission slip, aka laying down, sitting upright, sitting in a chair, doing a particular thing that gets you into these states. It's going to take you a while to get into those deep states, all right? For me, it takes about 15 minutes, and it seems like that's a common turning point for when you begin to really automatically, again, this is an emphasis, automatically tune yourself into a particular higher state, right? So what I suggest for new people, all alike, anyone, no matter a particular type of situation that you've experienced in the past, whether it works or not, whether you think you know what you're going to do or not, expectations, attachments that you're going to have in your mind, whatever, evaporate that all and just listen to your breath. Feel your breath. In with your nose, out with your mouth, right? So the only thing that matters to get to higher states, the only thing, you don't need to do all these little tricks, is breathing. Start with breathing. Now, if you truly want to get to those higher states, it's not even going to require patience, because you realize that, hey, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something's going to happen, right? Just understand that you are going to feel states like body numbness, tingling, energetic pulsation throughout the body, elevated clarity, higher self-talking, very openly without that ego-nagging particulate, right, in your mind. All you need to do is cyclically breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth, or if you prefer, in through your nose, out through your nose. And if you do in through your nose, there's a little interesting conceptual thing that I thought of once that I realized while I was high and my sensory organs were at the maximum, and I could feel all the little notches within my nostrils, right? Because we all have those little spirals that create more surface area for air to get feathered through and all that type of thing for cleaning and so on. You can feel it when you breathe in. It's very interesting. When you breathe in through your nose, you can feel all these little capacitors, all these little things, holes, sections within the nostrils, opening up pathways, going into different closed sinuses into the back of the nose, all that type of thing, into our lungs eventually, right? It's very interesting. You can feel a sense of resistance in that. You can feel that there's more to that nostril inhalation than the exhale, all right? So exhale after that. It's like an inhale of multiple pathways. Exhale, and you realize that it just shoots right through your nostrils, going up from your throat, right into like the main passageway of your nostrils, and it just shoots out. So there's this visualization technique and a creation within your understanding to realize that when you inhale and you bring about an accumulation of energy, right? Because what is space? What is this space fabric around us? Everything. I'm not talking about space in the air. Okay, I am. I'm not talking about space outside of this Earth. There's energy. There's packets of energy within everything, fundamentally scaled down in geometric patterns, right? Realize that when you incorporate that inhalation through all those different little pathways, it's incorporating within your body. Imagine it, visualize it, feel it. Acclimate yourself to that feeling. Acclimate yourself to the differences between incorporating and releasing, okay? So incorporate what you need and understand that it doesn't have to be a particular thing. Just allow yourself, your mind, your heart, your spirit to do what it needs to do. So if you're, for example, going in through a visualization meditation and they tell you to imagine a forest and you imagine a pine forest, don't be like, oh, wait, I want to imagine an oak forest. Oh, wait, there's grass in the ground. But before there wasn't grass in the ground. Okay, first of all, do what you need to do. If there's going to be a change in your mental pattern of existence throughout this meditation experience, that's fine. Just do it. If it changes from a spruce forest to a gosh darn oak forest, go for it. And that can be used as a metaphor through the experience of any type of meditation experience, where allow your spirit. Now you're going to recognize that there's a difference between mind and spirit. You're going to recognize that there's a difference in intimate, very intimate, intricate difference between the higher mind and that little ego thing that kind of intrudes itself within your thought. So again, the metaphor, Allow you to experience you. Don't judge yourself. Who cares if it's an oak forest now, right? Who cares if you tend to feel something that's unusual? You don't have to go towards any particular pattern that other people are telling you. You don't have to feel the tingling. You don't have to feel the numbness. You don't have to feel any of that. Just focus on the breathing. And if you don't wish to do guided meditations, right? You may not want that. You may want to simply, no headphones, in the environment that you are in now. You can have people rattling around upstairs and do this. You can have your fan on in your room that's, kind of noisy. Still, try it without the headphones and just focus on your breathing. If you realize that you're thinking about that fan and you're like, oh, well, that's kind of annoying, go to your breath and then release it with your breath. Now, there's this interesting thing where you can literally change the way that you think, where the beginning phase is. You breathe in incorporation of new energy, of ability, of capacity. You incorporate it within your body, right? All the angels are coming. All of the energy that you need, the wisdom, it's all coming in through that breath. And then you exhale and release that distraction. So each time that you go about this beginning meditation phase, I have to do this every single time I meditate. I have to focus on my breath lately because my mind's just running and running and running and running and running and running and running. So each of those little running thoughts that have been going on in my head throughout the day, which usually accumulate to about 6 to 12 little things that are constantly buzzing around in my head, right? Coming out in different times of the day. For each one of those little things, I have to breathe it out. And of course, you got to think, oh, am I really breathing out information thought about into my imagination? Well, who knows? But the weird thing about this is that it actually works. That you can change the way you think based upon just breath work. So again, as a beginner, just work on breathing and not moving, okay? If you have an itch and it's terribly a burning sensation, itch. Okay, whatever, itch, do it. Move if you're uncomfortable. But the point being is the more you allow yourself, your body to be calm, and your mind to be calm, the stream of wisdom can then flow in, right? So as a beginner, I recommend simply 15, 20, 30 minutes of just breathing without expecting anything to happen. Anything to happen. Just breathe. Just breathe.